here's alcoholic Chrissie. Her name is Chris, and she's chain smoking. So sometimes she talks.
Okay.
It's like, this shit, when do we drink? We're not drinking. And I will talk as if it's there. There's codependent Chrissie. She's reading Emily Bronte in the corner, wondering when her princess, shut up, we're not dating anybody, go away. There are all these parts of who I am. There's anxious Chrissie. There's depression Chrissie. There's ADHD Chrissie. She's a riot, and she's covered in glitter, hanging out with my inner child. And then there's Shadow, which is a bitch, and she likes to have an inner critic voice and has a British accent. Like, those are all of who I am. And I wouldn't be this person if I wasn't an addict. And I love that part of me. I love my messy parts because it made me this person. If I'm drinking and I'm fighting with you, it's Chris. Like, if I hear that in my hometown, I owe you money. If it's Christine, I worked with you at a bank. If it's Chrissie, you don't really know me. But if it's Mackey, then it's like, we went to school together. You
okay.
like, know
you
me.
know me.
You know me. Like, Mackey, what's up? I'm like, hey. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I'm excited. All right, let's kick this thing off.
Okay.
All right, we have an episode. Oh, my gee, what the was that? What even just happened to my mouth?
I don't know what happened.
I just had like a mini seizure. Okay, we're back. Get a Grip podcast. We have Chrissie Mackey with us today.
Hi.
So grateful you came and showed up for us to do this interview.
That's what I do. It's our program.
So excited to do the interview, and we went through your jewelry and had a nice chat beforehand about some turquoise, and seemed like a wonderful woman.
Thank you.
So that being said, very excited to hear about the not so wonderful days.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go back to childhood. Let's start there.
Okay.
And fill us in on that.
Okay. Well, I am originally from the Mentor, Cleveland area. So I say Cleveland. No one knows what Mentor, so it's a mentor.
Right.
Mentor, Ohio. I have a mom and dad, suburban life. But, just like most kids that start off with like alcoholic family history, like my mom's dad was an alcoholic.
Okay.
I knew what that was, but it wasn't really explained to me. It was just like, don't drink. And I'm like, but why not?
Right.
And I didn't fit in. I had friends. I was well liked. I was a theater kid.
Middle school, elementary school.
Oh God. I had a perm.
Did you
like
really?
I looked like a poodle, and
you had a
perm. I had a perm, yeah.
Can't even imagine what you'd look like with a perm.
A poodle, so.
So you look like a dog.
I did,
Okay.
but my family, my dad was a high school teacher, and so.
At your high school?
At my high school.
Oh wow.
So my last name is Mackey, and my dad fished with the kindergarten teacher through 6th grade. That was my gym teacher. He fished with my dad. So I've been called Mackey since I was 5.
Okay.
They knew who I was, and they knew, like, we know who your dad is. So I know I can't mess up. So I had to be like this perfect kid, being the good girl. I have an older sister. My sister was kind of like a partier, so she's 9 years older than me. And I just remember there was like an incident. I don't remember very well, but like somebody threw up on my dad's boat, and somebody totaled my mom's car. And I just remember yelling and like, I can't do that. Like, I just knew like, I can't be bad.
But that kind of makes it easy on you.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do that. So I have to be perfect. And so then I'm like, I'm not good enough. I had good grades. I was in every band. I was a cheerleader. I was in everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did all that stuff. And then I didn't really drink. I didn't start drinking until, the first time I ever drank was at my friend's lawn in 7th grade. And she's really wasted. And then there's me who's just mimicking what she's doing. Okay. So she's singing Sesame Street. And so I just start singing with her. And then I rode my bike home. like no big deal. And that, you know, looking back now, I'm like, I had a tolerance even back then. Like we're mixing all the drinks in underneath the cabinets. It was a My Little Pony cup, and she drinks it, and then I drink it, and I was like, I'm gonna finish it. It tasted terrible, but I liked the way it made me feel.
The effect.
Yeah, I don't drink for the taste. I drink for the effect.
Who does? I never understood that. Like,
yeah.
The people are like, I want a beer with my steak.
I'm like, why?
It's gross.
People would drink like wine. Like, can you taste the vanilla? I'm like, no.
I know.
Just drink it. My first martini, I did like a shot because I didn't know. I was just like, that's it.
When I waited tables, I would have to lie about the wine because I couldn't taste it. So I'd have to make shit up.
Yeah.
And it would work 99% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe like 1% of the time you'd have that one person that would actually know their shit.
Yeah.
And like call you out on it.
Yeah.
But you could just make up whatever you wanted and they'd be like, oh my God, you were right spot on.
This is my favorite wine. It was the most expensive because I was manipulative.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I was manipulative. Like my first resentment was in preschool.
Really?
Like somebody tied my pantyhose together and
how the fuck did they do that?
I was taking a nap at nap time. And they tied my pantyhose together, and then I had to get it cut, and then I was really embarrassed, and I don't remember her name, but I'm like, oh, I remember that.
You bitch.
Yes, I was 5, so I'm having resentments. I'm already an alcoholic. I'm already lying. I learned how to lie at a young age.
7th grade, you're drinking.
4th grade. Yeah, 4th grade, I'm lying. 7th grade, I'm drinking. And then I never did it again just because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
So then when I graduated high school, it was either go to Cleveland State.
So wait, did you not party in...
No.
Really?
Because I was so terrified. I thought my mom was hiding in the bushes at all times and gonna like catch me doing something like...
You shouldn't be.
Unladylike.
Yeah.
And so my first hurrah with drinking was visiting colleges. So I went to Heidelberg College, and it's in Tiffin, Ohio, and it was just to visit. And it was like the first time I was a cool kid. And so I'm getting drunk with fraternity brothers, and they're like, the sorority girls, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Oh my God. I was just tomboy. And so I had never been called like pretty or anything. And so I'm like, well, all I have to do is keg stands.
That felt so
and
good.
I woke up the next day and I'm like, I want to do this every single day.
Had to feel so good.
Because I wasn't anybody's kid. I wasn't Mackey. I was Chrissie. And no one knew me. No one knew my dad. No one knew my mom. No one knew my bigger sister. So it was like, this is awesome.
It's interesting. You see, I had the opposite experience where I grew up here in Grandview.
Okay.
And I sold drugs, whatever. I was like kind of the man, so to speak. That's how I thought I was in my head. And then when I got down to OU, I wasn't the man anymore. And so I left. But you had the opposite.
Yeah, I went to OU. Then I went to OU. So I ended up wanting to go like 4 hours away from home because I wanted to get as far away from mom and dad as possible. Okay. And so this is back in like 2002. So there's no cell phones. And the best thing in the whole world was hanging up on my mom. Like my mom would start yelling at me and I would just hang up and then I would disconnect my phone and then AOL Instant Messenger, like, let's go party. And, you know, I was in the marching band. I was in the 110 and really? I was the only girl tenor saxophone in the freshman year. And, you know, we had some other girls that played saxophone, but like I was the only girl. And so I made friends with all the guys, and really it was, my friends didn't have any tolerance. They were all band nerds. And I remember I made best friends with one of them by throwing a beer at them when they brought root beer to a party. I'm like, drink a real beer, you know, and I'm just like throwing things at people.
Root beer to a party?
Yeah.
Can you really get that shit
and me, I'm drinking 151 out of the bottle. Ooh. And it's like, let's see. And they're like, what are you doing? Are you seeing, like, do you have to leave? And I'm like, no, I'm seeing if my watch is moving up and down my arm. If it's not, then we're cool. But if it is, I have to slow down. That was like my gauge for everything. So if it wasn't double vision, like I was okay.
Okay.
So, and that was like the perpetuity of like my college career. But again, if I didn't get good grades, I would have to move back home. So I had to get good grades and I had
to stay away.
To stay like away from it.
Yeah.
And I learned how to manipulate that too, because I learned how to calculate a cumulative grade point average. So I can send my parents the fact that I'm straight A's, sorry dad. And it wasn't true. I got a D in one of my classes, but like I was so terrified that my parents would make me come home. So I calculated it, and then I ended up making up for it, and I graduated. I graduated with like a 3.4.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's pretty good for
Yeah.
somebody that like
No, it's
was
good.
drinking like we would do pink parties.
Okay, 3.4 is good.
Yeah.
Okay, take 3.4.
No, it's
good.
not perfect.
Okay, I had a 3.2 when I graduated high school. It's as far as I got. Okay, and I was happy with the 3.2.
You're like, I was happy with that.
Yes, I was.
And then, you graduate and the whole thing with the market crashing. So this is 2006.
Okay,
2007. 2007, I moved back home. And I don't know what to do with my life because I had an art history degree and there's no jobs for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do with that?
I was going to work at a museum, and I did until they were like, do you want to be a security guard? And I'm like, I'm 5'3". I'm not going to do anything with a gun, and I have a bachelor's degree. Like I was supposed to be an education coordinator for the Cleveland Museum of Art, and the market crashed, so that didn't happen. But I just kept partying. So I just kept drinking, and I just kept drinking, and I just kept drinking, and the party just kept going. And then, voila, my 20s are gone. Like,
Wow.
That's all I did was on the weekends, I'm driving around like a pirate, thinking that's really cool. I'm swerving in and out of the roads. I should have had like 1,000 DUIs. I only got one. Of course, it wasn't my fault.
No way. It couldn't have been your fault.
Well, I'm driving a truck. One of the guys that I was dating, he let me drive his truck, and we got Taco Bell, and I curb checked. And and then I spent the night in jail. And once again, I manipulate out of that.
When was this?
2010.
Okay.
On September 11, 2010. And I'm like, making horrible jokes, like, never forget. I'm like, that is so, like, I had no morals, no values, and I'm just crass. Like, I didn't have any class. I put the ass in class. And, I get a DUI. I'm supposed to go to jail. I get out of that because, my mom was a paralegal and she knew a lawyer. But really, she should have let me go to jail. But
and sit.
Yeah, and sit in it.
Yeah.
And so I do the drunk camp, the
hotel,
the hotel
deal.
thing, which is right next to a bar. Like, make that make sense, Mentor, Ohio. Like, do better.
Right.
And I end up, they skip my name when they're passing out their certificates of completion, and I'm at the end, and I'm an M. So where's my name? And they pull me aside, and they're like, you had the highest blood alcohol level we've ever had in this, and it was like a 2.5.
God damn.
Whatever it is, it's in my big book now. Like, I think it's
0.25.
funny. Yeah, whatever it was. It was like 2 times
so
the legal
8,
limit.
16, 3 times the legal limit.
Yeah, whatever it was, but it was bad. And I'm like, that's nice. Can I have my certificate? And I took the certificate to the bar, like you should. But they were recommending AA then, and I was just like, I can tell you where to shove.
So right.
I can tell you where to shove this certificate because I'm not doing that. I don't have a problem. It was because I drove a truck that was too big.
So between your 20s and 30s, you drank it away. Mm-hmm. Did you ever find yourself with any other party favors?
I ended up being, so at OU, it was my one friend who passed away. She was really into Vicodin, and I'm like, well, what's that do? I didn't do any drugs in high school, and I'm a dare kid, and that worked out really well.
Yeah.
And so we're popping Vicodin, and we're going to a 311 concert, and I pop one.
Concert.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes. So
throwback.
We pop one. I'm like, I don't know what this is supposed to do. And so we pop another one, and then pop another one, and all of a sudden the lights go on in the concert, and I pass out. And I immediately get up, throw up, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. And I'm crowd surfing, getting drunk. So I never did the painkillers again. Okay. That was just not my thing. I was in a really bad relationship, and he introduced me to cocaine. And because I had such a bad example of Vicodin, I was like, what does it do? Am I going to get addicted to it?
Right.
No, it'll make you drink more. I was like, sign me up.
It will, yeah.
And that's what we would do. We did a whole bunch of cocaine, And then when I moved back up here because the relationship had ended, for some reason, I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore.
So it was the relationship.
Yeah, I was like, it was the relationship, but I don't have a drinking problem.
Right.
So I'm just not going to do that. So I used to just like pride myself on the fact that I hadn't done cocaine since 2007, but I was drinking the entirety of that time.
Been sober from cocaine.
Yeah.
Since 2007.
Didn't like marijuana because now I get the spins and now I can't drink anymore. Like drinking is my thing. That is
king alcohol. Yeah.
That I am king alcohol. I am 1000%
alcohol,
queen, empress alcohol.
Empress.
Yes.
Even okay.
Yeah, me and my ego, we just hang out and drink alcohol. And my party goblin that sits right here, she's like really excited that I'll get to that where we talk about my different parts of me that are like cocaine. I was like, we're not doing that anymore. But I ended up not doing that. I'm not doing, I'm Jameson. I'm drinking. Like, if you see me with a Long Island iced tea, get away from me. I'm going to fight you. And I was the classic, like, oh, it's your fault that I got drunk the way I did. I just won't hang out with you anymore. So I'm going to go hang out with this person. But I'm still drinking. I wind up getting a job opportunity. So after the DUI, I'm like, I know what'll cure it. I'm going to move to Washington, D.C. with my friend and live in his closet.
Geographical cure.
Oh, the geographical cure. Within 24 hours of me getting there, I got into a fight because I like to fight. And I had a black eye. And
why do you like to fight?
Because it's fun. Because I want to prove to myself.
You just don't meet many girls that are like, I like to fight.
I want to fight. I want to like fight for women. If I see a guy hit a woman, I will go after you. It's like
that's different. Yeah, that's a little.
I don't know
that.
what it is about me and drinking. I turn into Joan Jett. I want to be a biker girl. I want to be Gemma Teller. I want to be like, and I'm Phoebe from Friends. Like, I'm not that person, but when I'm drinking, I become a biker girl. Like, that's
interesting.
If I hear a Harley Davidson, I'm like, call me. My type is tall, dark, and toxic. Like, let's hang out. You just got out of jail. Like, let's hang out.
You got
like
felonies? Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, I love like you have a felony, I'll fix you. Like, it's okay. Like, oh, you live with your mom and dad. Like, I have an apartment. Like, everything looked good. Like, I had a condo, I had a car. Doesn't matter. It was held together by duct tape.
Right.
My bills are paid. I had a job, but you put me with liquor, and I'm gonna fight you. And that's usually how my relationships all ended, was me fighting or me saying something that I shouldn't be saying. And I don't know what I said, but I got a black eye and mugged, and like my stuff got stolen. And within 24 hours of me being in Washington, D.C. Like.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was this eye, and it was like completely shut.
Wait, so hold on. This wasn't a relationship. This was a random.
Just a random
event.
person I decided to tell off. I'm surprised I'm still here. Like, I should be dead. Like, but I'm not. It's
so you're at a bar. You're at a bar when this happens?
I'm at a bar, and I know I was outside of the bar, and all I remember is my eye hurt, back of my head hurt. I must have hit the back of the cement wall, and I'm on the ground. My phone is gone, and my friend is like screaming at me.
And this is a male?
Yeah, a guy hit me. Yeah. I don't know what I said. It was probably, I deserved it. So if you're in DC, I'm sorry. I don't know what I said.
I don't think any woman deserves that.
I know. I don't know what I said, but it was bad enough that I got a really, really
You didn't get the Snooki Jersey Shore treatment where they all chase the guy down?
No.
And tried to beat the shit out of
My
him?
friend is no longer my friend that I lived with. So
Okay.
he pretty much blamed me and said it was my fault and whatever. So I ended up moving back home, and that was pretty much like after that happened. I started going to AA. So this is now we're in like 2012 era. And I thought everybody there they had to be on something. There's no way you're that happy and not drinking. And, we find the people that we're meant to find. And so I ended up finding, I'm sitting in the back and Relapse row, and they're like, oh, well, I drink on the weekends. I don't have a problem. I was like, oh, is that what we do?
Well, that's how we can do this.
That's how. Okay. So, but I know from, they were really smart, because I would go in on Wednesday, drink all weekend, and then I would say, oh, yeah, my sobriety date is Sunday. They're like, wasn't your sobriety date like last week?
The Sunday
The Sunday
prior?
before? Are you sure? And so they figured me out. I couldn't go anymore. So I was like, screw you guys. I'm not going. And
That's how you internally felt.
Oh, yeah. Like, I ended up like, okay, well, I don't really, see, I can show you. If my friends would be like, I bet you can't go a month without drinking, I'm very spiteful. So, of course, I'm going to go a whole month without drinking. And then I'll reward myself by getting into a fight or falling off of a bar stool or chipping, like, underneath my chin or whatever. Bruises. I love having bruises up and down I was just a walking bruise.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm an alcoholic. I am just an alcoholic and fighting and finding the most emotionally unavailable guy I can possibly find so that I can fix them and then they can love me and never leave me again. Like, I am so codependent at this point in my life. But I'm working at a really good job and, of course, it's not my fault I get fired. And right after I get fired.
Why'd you get fired?
Oh, for calling off all the time. Like, my aunt died every day. Like, and she is still alive.
20 times.
She is still alive. Like that. I feel like all I did was, I'm like, oh, I would hang upside down. Like, if I was like, go upside down, call, so it sounded like I was sick. I'm like,
That's kind of smart.
It is. It's really smart. I'm very smart. And I got away with it until I didn't get away with it anymore. And right after that happened, I had the bright idea of getting very drunk and cutting off 18 inches of my own hair with a box cutter.
So how does that work? Walk me through this, if you can remember.
So we're out at the bar, and these guys are talking to me. And they're the common, like, what are you doing later? Like, let me hook up with you.
Right.
And I start mentioning that I like Harry Potter, I like to read, I like anime, and I like nerdy shit. And then all of a sudden they're like, ew.
They're gone.
They're gone. And I talk about art, and I love reading. I love to read, and they're gone. So I was like, fine. I will, in my head, I was like, I will be as ugly, because it was like I looked like a basic bitch, basically, and I didn't want to look like that anymore. I was like, you will have to get to know me if you want, like, it's not just my looks that are going to get. If you want this, you're going to have to get to know me, all of me. And so I just and cut off all my hair, and I woke up the next morning and I looked like a fat Peter Pan.
So what are we talking here?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. It was all gone.
All gone.
All gone.
You're bald.
I mean, like, it was.
I mean, not bald.
I look like a very fat Peter Pan. It was like, because all of my stuff was to my cheeks, and my best friend was like, I love this for you when you're 70. Like, let's not, because my hair has always been long. Like, it's always been long. And so I went over to my house, and my mom took one look at me, and she was like, what did you do? I'm like, don't you love it? Like, I was so delusional. And so we had to go and get my hair fixed. And then it was like the summer.
How the hell do you fix it?
They had to just shape it. So my mom got a haircut. I got a haircut. But that's how my mom dealt with me, was just like, don't talk about it. Like, we'll fix it. We're just going to fix it. But let's not talk about your feelings. Let's not talk about, your suicide attempts. Let's not talk about any of that. Because she just didn't have the mental capacity. She just didn't want me to drink. And she's like, you're drunk again. And then we'd fight, because that's what we do. I like starting fights with her so that I have a reason to go drink. So now we're in the summer of 2014. I have no hair. And there was a point in this is now, I've lost a job. I look like crap. And I'm like, what is wrong with my car? And it was me. I'm shaking so bad going through withdrawals that I thought it was the car.
Wow. I'm
driving one day, and this is right around this time frame. So I get like, I love this time of year. My birthday's in October, but around this time frame in 2014, I had realized that I had blacked out every single day, and I didn't care. Like, I'm like, I don't remember what I did the day before. I'm drinking at a bar called Rich's Lounge, and the joke was I'm a rich bitch, because no one drinks there. That is like a towny
It was like a hole in the wall.
hole in the wall.
Those are the best.
Like sticky floors,
Yeah.
dark windows.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going there every day. Like every single
Those
day.
are the best bars.
It's the best bar.
Yeah.
Right? And I would cause trouble. I was angry all the time. I'm always in a fight with somebody, yelling, cussing, screaming. And I was hanging out with the people that I was like, I'm better than you. Because you drink Jack Daniel's Fire. At least I'm not doing that. But I was just as bad. And one of the girls, I had so many of my friends, my high school friends, didn't want anything to do with me anymore. I had one very, very brave friend that looked at me and was like, your drinking makes everybody uncomfortable. And when you're in active addiction, you're like, well, fuck you,
bitch.
Fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
you're not my friend then, and I don't need anybody. I'll make my own
Just
friends.
get out of my life.
Just get out of my
Yeah.
life. I don't need people like, you can call me anything under the sun, but what'll make me really fight you is if you call me an alcoholic. Like, I will mess you up. And so there was a girl that I was drinking companion with, and she looked at me and she's like, you're fucking crazy, and no one likes you. And I just took that. Sidebar is I ended up snorting something that night. I didn't know what I did because, I'm cocaine. That's what I thought I was doing.
Sure.
Here, fast forward, it's a benzo. Mixing that with alcohol, that's freaking smart.
Yeah, that's
And
dangerous.
I end up going to my house because that was the last straw for me. And I ended up going into my house, taking a whole bunch of Tylenol, and I was going to kill myself. And I will never forget, like, I'm laying down. I'm like, I'm so resigned. Like, I'm going to die. I don't care. I don't want to feel like...
You were totally okay with it.
I was totally fine with it. And I remember hearing this very loud, like, no. And I, like, snapped out of it, went threw up, and called 911 on myself.
Wow.
And again, I'm so manipulative that I'm sitting there all prim and proper, drunk as hell, waiting for the EMT. I think I might have even flirted with the EMT like, what is wrong with me? And I'm like, yeah, I just need my stomach pumped. I'll be fine. So this is Halloween night. So 12, a.m. Like, it's just turned Halloween. And here I go to the hospital. They give me charcoal. I drink it. It's disgusting. It comes out your eyes. It comes out of everything. It's not a fun time. And it was like, you blow your nose and it's black. It's like coming out of your ears. It's coming out everywhere. And I was really mean to the nurses. I remember one of them, I was nasty. I was just like, fucking get me, I want to go home. Fell asleep. Had a banana bag strapped to me. I'm looking at this banana bag and I'm like,
what is a banana bag for our viewers?
It is like potassium. It has it's supposed to hydrate. Yeah, it's nutrients. Yeah. It's supposed to hydrate you.
Okay.
And so it's like this big and it's slowly dripping into my arm.
Okay.
And I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, okay. And then I'm looking at this clock and I'm like, if that empties, I can still make it to the Halloween party at Rich's Lounge. Jesus where I was planning on being Mary Poppins. Practically perfect in absolutely no way. Like, what planet am I on?
So ironic.
So ironic. And to this day, I'm like, I still, like, every Halloween, I'm like, I should be Mary Poppins now. But, like, I don't know. It's kind of ruined because I'm just like, God, I was so delusional.
It's such a good story, though.
I know. It's so funny. I was like, I was Mary Poppins. Yeah. And, here comes the doctor. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to go now. And they're like, no, you're pink slipped. I was like, what's that mean? What's pink slipped? And and no one would explain it to me. Like, they were done with me. That I was like starting a whole mess.
You're fucking giving a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I was giving them shit and I didn't understand. I don't remember that. And then here comes this nurse like, if you don't calm down, we will give something to you to calm you down. And I shut up after that. And I didn't know who to call. I ended up calling my best friend because I have a dog. And someone, in my head, I'm like, someone needs to let my dog out because I'm going to still get out of this. I don't care what they say about pink slip. I know my rights. I didn't know my rights. And so I call her, and I've been friends with her since she was, like, we were 3. So we'll have 40 years of friendship next year.
Wow.
And I call her, and she comes, and she's like, the fuck did you do? Do you know how bad your like, I don't remember. Like, my blood alcohol level through the sky. She's like, you could be dead right now. You could be dead. And I'll kill you if you die, but you should be dead. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. And, like, how selfish am I? Because she has kids, and it's Halloween, and I'm interrupting.
Right.
You know, because
Right.
I don't want to tell my mom. So she leaves. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I have to call my mom. And my mom was, you know, she picks up the phone. It's a weird phone number. It's not my cell phone. And it was, what did you do? What'd you do now? And I'm like all self-righteous. I'm like, well, I tried to kill myself and I'm at the hospital, so you should probably come. Like, again, completely selfish.
All about you.
All about me. And so she hangs up on me. I'm pissed. Now I'm like, I'm going to rot here. She comes in like freaking Wonder Woman, trying so hard to get me out of this by saying, we're going to go to AA. This is what we're going to do. There was no way, any shape or form, I was getting out of it. So this Halloween is on a Friday. I get pink slipped at 5:30 p.m., which means the end of business day. So that day doesn't count. And it's 72 hours hold. Saturday doesn't count.
Weekend doesn't count.
Sunday doesn't count. So it's Monday,
it's
Tuesday,
like going
Wednesday.
to jail on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah. So I get lifted up to a gurney. And as I'm leaving, because I like to use humor as a way of deflection, I'm literally singing to my mother, they're coming to take me away, haha. And I'm like, I'm going to the funny farm. Like, again,
Wow.
I'm trying to make my mom feel better. There's no way on any form watching her daughter, her youngest daughter, be taken to a funny farm, which I called it. I went to a state hospital because I didn't have insurance. So I go into the state hospital, and there are people there that are very mentally unwell.
It's the psych ward.
I'm in the psych ward.
Yeah.
And by the saving grace, I had 3 other addicts with me. And I didn't get to know them until later. But I'm just like, all I knew is I need to be present, because I thought this was going to be like Girl Interrupted or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Like, I'm going to be stuck here for 8,000 years. And I need to show them that I'm not crazy.
Right.
So I went and took a shower, and there was a lady there, and she was just not, her meds were not medding. And she was like, you are my granddaughter. I am Queen Tatiana. I'm like, okay. And she didn't want me to change the channel. I did not change the channel. And it ended up being Joel Osteen on there.
Oh, great.
And I'm like, okay. And I am so like
God.
angry about
That
God.
sounds terrible.
I'm so angry about God. I don't want to hear about God. I don't want to do any of that. And it was, his segment was like turning greatness out of a great mess. And for some reason that just resonated.
Really?
And
that Joel Osteen,
that episode of like taking off your broken label, because I am broken, and like you're still good on the inside. Like, take some tomato soup that's cheaper, you open it up, it's the same damn soup. There's no difference. You just are a little damaged. And I just lost my mind and started crying. And I knew, like, I have to get sober now. But my sobriety date is in 2015. So I go do my time. I end up having, like, the withdrawals.
Yeah, when, like, how did you get through the shakes? Because the car thing is crazy. Like,
so
to realize that you have the shakes.
I didn't even, but I didn't know that was like
a thing.
I didn't know any of that.
Okay.
I just thought like, oh, I'm just dehydrated. Of course I am. I'm living off of Taco Bell and not drinking any water because food is stupid.
Right.
You know, I'm just drinking my dinner because that's cute. So while I'm there, my first night, I ended up squeezing in between the wall and the bed, just like, because I'm so hot, I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They actually thought I ran away. Like, they had a code. They thought I eloped. Like, they thought I left, like, broke out. And then they found me, like, in between the wall.
I can't imagine alcohol withdrawals have to be
I
hell.
slept forever. And not only that, I have the charcoal still coming out of my system.
Well, at least you got to sleep. Because heroin, you don't get to sleep.
No. I felt like I was going to die.
But
like,
yeah, that's
That's
I
the
just,
thing. You can die.
I can die. I'm surprised I didn't die because taking benzos with alcohol,
Yeah.
I should have just had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sweating. I'm disgusting. You know, I go and I'm like, I need a shower because I'm just so gross. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even know who that is. Like, looking back at me, I'm like, who are you? Like, you used to have dreams. You used to, you know, when I was little, this is not what I wanted to be when I grew up.
No.
Was be in a bunny
Yeah,
farm.
You
So
didn't grow up and say, I'm going to be an alcoholic.
I'm going to be an alcoholic and I'm going to sleep in a psych ward when I'm 30.
You're going to be sick.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. Like, I wanted to be Indiana Jones.
Yeah, right.
I didn't want to do that. And so people that are like, oh, well, you chose this. I'm like, I didn't choose that. Like, I was born that way. It's in my genes.
Yep.
Like, as soon as I took a drink, I was like, this is my solution to everything. All of my discomfort. And then it took control of me. Like, and I just did it. I just ran with it every day. And then when I finally got out, I'm like, first of all, I was like, I'm going to do yoga. That's going to keep me sober. Still haven't done any yoga to this day.
Oh, you didn't do the yoga?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
So I was like, I need to go to a meeting. And I started going to meetings. And really, though, I was full shit. I was just full shit. I wanted everyone to see that I'm not crazy. I didn't want anyone to know that I went to a nut house. I didn't want anyone to know that. And it wasn't until a girl sat next to me and she was like, blah, 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 and named the nut house I went
The
to.
hospital, yeah.
And I looked at her like, you have no problem admitting that you went there not once, but like 5 times. And I was like, were you an F-wing? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, their food sucks. I'm like, yeah. And we're high-fiving, and I felt so seen.
Yeah.
I'm like, I went there.
Yeah.
I went there too. You what? I went there too. And I didn't feel weird because like my whole family and friend group, shh, don't talk about
Yeah,
that.
of course,
You know,
of
don't
course.
say why you went there. Like
Hide
no
it.
one knew. No one knew.
Hide it.
Yeah. And it's like that person did. And, you know, I start feeling better about myself. Like my hair starts growing out. I get a proper haircut. I'm losing weight.
There you go. Okay.
And I go into this all women's meeting and this woman looked at me and she's like, there you are. And because I had like brightened up.
Coming back.
I'm coming back.
The light in your eyes is coming back.
Everything was, and now I'm eating dessert for the first time. Like I never had a sweet tooth. And I'm like, why do I want cake all the time? And they're like, well, what was your drug of choice? I'm like, alcohol. They're like, that's your alcohol. I'm like, oh. I mean, like, I'm loading up. Like, women's meetings are my favorite. They know how to bake. Like, you go to a women's
Yeah.
meeting,
Oh,
and
yeah.
those little old ladies, they know how to bake. So I have, like, cookies and cakes and stuff. And I end up, you know, I'm going to those meetings. I'm going.
It's also where you should be.
Yeah, it's
Like that's where, because if you go to other places, then you have to deal with assholes like me.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, of course I'm gonna go and fall in love with a 13 stepper or a 14
Exactly.
stepper,
A
and
tall, dark felon.
yeah, tall, dark, and toxic.
Yeah.
That's my type. Like, oh, you got a felony? Oh,
Yeah. So
oh, you were in a halfway house? Like call me.
Oh,
Like we had the Lake
God.
House Boys and then the Okies. Those were our Lake
You're in a
Geogga recovery
halfway house.
centers.
Ooh, call me.
Like, ooh.
Ooh, you're hot.
What step are you on? Oh, I'll help you get sober. I'm like, I bet you will. And
Oh, it's so true.
but I had all my exes because I was gonna prove to them that I'm doing great. You know, like you can date me now because I'm sober. I'm so much better. And it didn't take long. You know, one of the girls was like, have you done your 90 meetings in 90 days? I'm like, I'll do 90 meetings in 9 minutes. Like, and then, well, what step are you on? I'm like, I finished all my steps and it's been five hours. You know, like I had a wonderful sponsor. I recommend anybody getting a sponsor that scares the shit out of you because I want to manipulate everybody.
Yeah.
And she was amazing. She showed me the Joe and Charlie tapes, which make you feel stupid because I'm like, this big book, whatever, I'll read it. And then I'm reading it and I have no idea what I'm reading because it's written
It's
100 years
fucking
ago.
Old as shit.
Yeah. And then you do Joe and Charlie tapes and they make you feel stupid because you're like, oh, is that all I have to do? That's easy. Okay. So she walked me through that. And then I got jealous because she had a sponsee getting all this attention and I wanted a parade. You know, I'm 6 months sober. Like, where's
you know
my...
what's funny? We share something there. I went to a meeting and I listened to a guy tell his lead. He went up front, and then he got all the attention afterwards. And I was like, I want to do that.
I want to do that. I want all the attention.
I want that.
Well, see, like in Cleveland, they tell you to shut up, sit down, take the cotton out of your ears, stick it in your mouth.
You're
like,
around the right people.
Yeah, they're like, don't. And you can't speak, you can't stand, you can't do anything. You go up front, you shake their hand, and you sit down because you don't got anything to say. I remember being offended at that. I was like, I got plenty to say. I got a bachelor's degree. Who do you think you're talking to? Shut up. Like, I have such an ego problem. Like, I raised my little princess hand. Like, everything's about me. Like, where is my parade? So I fire my sponsor because I looked up in the Mentor Public Library a book that said that, and it solidified, like, AA is a cult. I'm like, I knew it. It's like one sentence. It was like...
Confirmation bias.
Yes. I was like, done. I'm done. Cool. And then I'm like, I know what I'll do. Smart recovery. Do you know how many meetings are in smart recovery?
I know about it, but I just know it exists.
Yes. It's a 12-step program that doesn't have any faith involved.
Okay.
They have one meeting in like a month. So there's no meetings. So I was like, but I'm going to do that. That's my thinking.
Okay.
So then I start hanging out with the guy, the toxic guy that isn't in a program at all, that looks at me like, well, you're not an alcoholic. You can't be, like, blah, blah, blah. And I listen to everything he says. And
That's what you wanted to hear.
It's what I wanted to hear. I'm sitting at a bar, no business hanging out there. And it was a chocolate stout in the summertime, June 22nd, 2015. And I took that beer and I was like, let's go. Because I didn't care anymore. I was like, I'm not praying, not going to meetings. I hate meetings because you all are fucking bitches. And I hate my sponsor and I'm just going to do what I want. See, I went 6 months, 22 days. Like November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 7 months, 22 days. I'm like, I'm good.
It's a good run.
That's a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I showed him that I was an alcoholic. And then he broke up with me and told me I should have stayed in AA. I was like,
oh,
wow.
Boy.
I just drank with you. And so now I'm an alcoholic. All right, cool. Well, at least
That's wild.
It was wild. He's like, you should have stayed in AA. You have a drinking problem.
You're fucking drinking with him.
You're drinking with me. Like, you just told me I don't have an alcohol problem. I started drinking with you and I showed you.
And he's going to fucking meetings.
No, he was a normal guy.
Oh, he was
normal.
Okay.
He was normal.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then he broke up with me.
Okay.
So I'm off into the races, and then it's like an infomercial. It's like all this shit that you don't want to buy, you know, late at night. It's like, but wait, there's more. Not only am I going to get all my misery, all my depression, all of my suicidal thoughts, now I'm going to hear and see things. Like, I started having delusions. Like, I would hear stuff in the middle of, like
what?
Drinking.
Like, what would
just
you
whispering. Hear? Just like, it was terrifying. I'd wake up and I would just see stuff and I'd be
like
so
shadow
drunk.
People?
Shadow people. Mm-hmm. And it was like I couldn't play solitaire on my phone because it would make the voices louder. Like if I'm doing anything on my phone, my thoughts are racing so hard, and it's just shouting at me, telling me that I'm a worthless piece of shit, that I shouldn't live anymore.
And you can hear these.
I could hear it, and I'm like, this is nuts. I know what I'll do. I just won't drink on this day anymore.
So you're going to cut a day out.
I'm going to cut a day out. Because that's what your delusional thinking,
sure.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
So then I start, you know, I'm still drinking every day again. I'm still working at the same place I was. Now I'm hanging out with
Where
another.
Where are you working? You said you had a good job.
I got fired.
So
I was working
at
at Progressive. I've already made my amends with you. I worked at Progressive. I worked at Chase Bank. I worked at Charter One. I was a banker. I was investments. I did everything. I worked at Bank of America.
Good jobs.
And then I was a waitress. I was very good at waitressing.
Yeah.
It was easy hours.
You were
easy
fucking
money.
great at waitressing.
I'm just like, look how charming I am. But I'm like the angriest person you ever met. Like, but I'm like super, ha, ha, ha. And then I would go and get angry with people.
Right. Wasn't there one guest one time that...
Oh, that's later.
Okay,
I'll get there.
Sorry, we'll
yeah.
Wait. Okay.
That one's later.
We'll save that one.
So I end up, the girls at Max and Irma's where I worked, and rest in peace, Max and Irma's, they're not around anymore.
Yeah,
I love them. Love their
RIP.
tortilla soup. So those girls there was a place called Downtown Willoughby. It's where all the yuppies go. So I would go out with them to prove them that I'm okay.
Right.
And then, you know, I'd pretend I was tired. No, they just didn't drink the way I liked them. Like, I would
They
watch.
didn't drink like you.
No, they would drink one drink, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, looking
What the
around.
fuck
I'm
is
like,
wrong
what is
with you?
wrong with you? So I would go, I couldn't go to Rich's Lounge anymore because they knew I was crazy. So I went to another bar that's called Chase's, and I ran that shit. And it's just as bad as the other one. And, you know, I would get my big beer and my shot, and I would have it lined up. Bartender knew me, and that's what I would do. And again, this is just a really shitty bar. They have the best cheeseburgers. They have the best cheeseburgers.
Are they actually?
They're so good.
Okay.
Like, I remember
I
eating
just
them as
didn't
a kid.
know. Okay.
Yeah, like, they're really
I
good.
didn't know if you were just drunk. Or
No,
if they were
they're really
actually
good.
the
They're
best
really, really
cheeseburgers.
good.
Okay.
So, I mean, this continued from June until, you know, my sobriety date. And I got sober. And so all that stuff from before, trying to kill myself, going to a funny farm. I got sober because of Matt Damon.
What?
Yeah, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Robin Williams. I got sober because of Good Will Hunting. Someone quoted Good Will Hunting at me. So my bartender was named Ben.
Okay.
And it was football. It was a football day. So it was Monday Night Football. I'm getting ready. I don't care about football, like, at all. But that's how I'm going to meet my future husband, right?
Sure.
He's going to walk in and save me. My prince is going to come to this crappy bar in Menor. And Ben is like a big teddy bear. And he's just looking at me like, Mackey. I was like, what? And he's like, have you ever seen Good Will Hunting? I'm like, yeah. So there's a scene in Good Will Hunting where Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are talking. And Matt Damon's like, I'm going to lay brick for the rest of my life. Ben Affleck says, if you're still here, I'm going to kill you because you're sitting on the golden lottery ticket. One day I want to walk in and knock on the door and you're not there anymore because you're doing something better with your life. Ben, my bartender, quotes this to me. He's like, that's what I hope for you, that I come into work one day and you're not here anymore. And he throws down his rag. He's mad. He is big mad at me. And I just looked at him and I had a beer and I had a shot and I left it. I didn't even drink it.
Really?
And I walked out. And I never went back. That got me sober. Because he wanted me to do better in my life. That line. That's
so
what did it.
interesting.
So Matt Damon, call me. Like, that's like, I want to write them letters, like, to say thank you. Because if they hadn't made that movie, I wouldn't be sitting here.
That is
almost
so
10 years later.
Crazy. And it was the bartender.
The
who
bartender
quoted
named
it.
Ben that got pissed at me and quoted that movie. I was like, I love that movie. And that's what got me sober, was that scene.
That's incredible.
So I show that now to, like, what I do now.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
And they're
hell
like,
yeah.
what? I'm like, yeah, no, for real. It was not dramatic at all. I just went home. So then, you know, Tuesday I'm hungover because I was drinking. So Wednesday was my November. Hang on, I do this because I don't believe my own sobriety date. So November 18, 2015.
Okay.
That's my pure sobriety date.
Okay.
No drinking, nothing. I go to Menor Original Wednesday, which was, I was like, this is my home group. I was sitting next to a girl that had texted me while I was out. And she was like, I love you. And I was like, whatever, you know, I'm drunk. And I looked at her. She was so happy to see me. I'm like, you're my sponsor. This is my home group. What do you want me to do? And I'm going to do whatever you need me to do. If you want me to eat dirt, I'm going to eat dirt. You want me to go do it, I'm going to do it. I was just done.
I was just like a fucking switch flip.
Yeah, a switch just went off. I was done. I was done. And that was it.
That is insane.
I know. I don't understand that. Like, a quote from a movie.
No fucking lockups except for the DUI.
Mm-mm. Yep.
You had the pink slip.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
I should have had multiple DUIs. Multiple assaults.
Multiple pink slips, too.
Multiple
probably.
pink slips. All the pink slips.
Yeah.
I mean, all the times I would blow up somebody's phone like I'm going to kill myself. And they didn't care. They were like, she's drunk, whatever.
Yeah, you got away with
I got away with
murder.
lots of murder.
Yeah.
All the murder.
Yeah.
So, like, even my first, like, and of course I'm new in sobriety and I'm sensitive and, you know, I'm complaining about everything. And my sponsor was the one that was like, you know, because I didn't know how to make friends, like, at all, like, without buying them drinks or being
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
And they're all going to Dairy Queen And I'm just like, I want to go, but they didn't invite me. And my sponsor's like, fuck your feelings, just go. What are they going to do, boo at you? And oh, okay. So I just went, and I was like, oh, you going to be my friend? They're like, hi. Like, and they became my friends, and I ran with them, and like, that was my group of people.
That's how it works.
And my first year was like amazing. Like I did all my steps. I took my time. I shut up. I listened. Like,
first year is kind of nice.
First year is really nice.
Because
like,
you really just got to focus on one thing.
Yeah, I'm just like one day at a time, and I'm
Yeah.
getting my coins. I'm getting all the attention that I want.
You really,
First birthday.
I always tell people that first year you're like juggling one ball, and it's just recovery.
Yeah.
And then you start juggling other balls with
Oh,
your
yeah.
rent and car and job and this and then
Oh,
that.
I had all
Next
these
thing you know, you're
blessings.
fucking juggling, 15 balls, and
Right.
you were a goddamn junkie on the west side. or
Yeah,
whatever,
now I'm
you know.
like, I got all this stuff, and like, I'm like, I filed bankruptcy. There's no shame in that, and like, I have a great credit score today.
Yeah.
But like at the time, I could afford things. It was so crazy. First thing I bought was a Swiffer wet jet because that's all I wanted. Like, and I was like, oh, I don't have enough money. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't drink anymore. Like, I had the money to
Yeah.
buy this stuff.
Those Long Island's are expensive.
Yeah, right. Well, I didn't buy those. Other people did. But I mean, if I didn't have
course.
$100, like I wasn't, like I would spend that. Like that was my money to spend. So now I'm like, I have money and
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it. And I still don't know I'm like, am I broke? Am I like, no, you have a job.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you have a good job. I'm like, no, I'm broke. So like first year, awesome. I ended up getting my CDCA, which is a chemical dependency counselor
Yep.
license. Cause all I wanted, when I was like 11 years old, all I wanted to be was a counselor. And my mom had said something. And now I look back and I'm like, Mom, why did you say that? And she was just like, who would listen to you? So you hear this as an 11-year-old girl. And I'm like, oh, I'm dumb. She meant like, who's going to listen to me after I'm done listening to all of you? Like your counselor should have a counselor, just like your sponsor should have a sponsor.
Gotcha.
Like I understand that now, but when I was 11, I was like, oh, okay.
That's how I would have taken it.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough.
Yeah.
And so I get my CDCA. I start working because of my experience when I was in the funny farm, when I was in the state hospital. They treated addicts and alcoholics like garbage. Like those 3 other people, we were just
I've heard that before.
treated like stains.
I've heard that before.
Like, oh, like I'm sitting in a panel of people and they're like, so you tried to kill yourself? Like just no emotion because you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like I was so scared. There was no sympathy. There was no empathy. There was nothing. And I didn't want anyone to be treated like that. So my goal was to go work where I went. So I didn't end up working at the state hospital I was at. I was working at somewhere in local. And I'm in the dual diagnose unit. I'm with the kids. I went from being like warm and fuzzy to actually learning how to deal with mentally ill people like Bruce Willis. Like, what are you doing? And like they're nuts, but they love me, and I loved working with them. I would get them their towels and stuff. And then, this is 2017. I'm almost 2 years sober. I got the job I wanted. I'm dating somebody that's in recovery. Like everything's great. And I get this phone call from my mom, and my mom is like, again, a secret keeper. She doesn't like telling you anything.
Yeah.
She's like, I went Bubba's in a car. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, I went in an ambulance today. I'm like, what? Yeah. Oh, but I'm fine. She passed away.
When?
In July 29th of 2017. I was barely 2 years sober.
What happened?
She got cancer. My mom passed away from cancer, very aggressive cancer. That day was like the worst day of my life.
Cancer's fucking. My dad passed away of cancer
sorry.
almost 2 years ago, and yeah, it's yeah.
What kind?
Stage 4 lung cancer.
Yeah, my mom had esophageal, stomach, all of it, pyrotechnic kind.
Oh fuck.
And so like that whole week, here is my sponsor at the time. I'm not telling her what's happening because I can't even like, I don't want to go to meetings. I don't want to do anything. Like grief is literally like my world in July. So like July 4th, normal holiday. July 5th, I go over and my mom looks like paper. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? Like, and I haven't sworn at her since I got sober. And it was just go, 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 go. Every day was awful. And my sponsor's like, I can't be your sponsor anymore. Like, I'm like, huh? She's like, you're on slippery slope. I'm like, she doesn't know. I was like, that I have to watch, like, the only thing my parents wanted me to do was watch the dog. Because my mom and dad just wanted to deal with this on their own. And I was like, my job is to watch this dog. Like, that was, my mom gave me this command.
Right.
And so I don't have a sponsor anymore. I'm literally getting these messages while I'm watching my mom on, like, getting hydration. So July 28th, the worst 24 hours of my life. I remember, like, my mom's not coherent, and I went downstairs, and I knew where I was going. I was going to the bar. I was going to go to the bar because I'm like, this isn't my life. My mom's not dying. I get into the bar, and like I said, there's downtown Willow Basin.
Oh, you fucking went to the bar?
No, I was on my way.
Okay.
I was on my way to the bar. And the car, I start driving, and the wind just starts to go this way. I was like, fine, I won't go to the bar. Like, I don't have any support. No one knows where I am. I just wanted to get away from the hospital sounds and the smells. So I go, and I turn, and I'm like, fine, I'm just going to go home. I'm going to take a nap, and then I'll go back to the hospital later. The wind starts blowing again. And these birds come out. I'm not even kidding. These little yellow canary birds just start dive bombing my car. And I'm like, fine. Because I'm not talking to my higher power at this point. I'm mad at him.
Right.
I'm like, fine, I'll go back. I end up going back. My mom gets moved up to a quieter area. And I was there with her as she passed. I got to hold her hand and watch her go.
I'm very glad. I'm sure you're glad and grateful for that.
I am very, very grateful. And I don't know what happens to us when we die. I love to think of like Robin Williams, like What Dreams May Come, favorite movie. Like, but I watched her go. Like, I felt her go. And when she went, armor replaced it. Like, I knew if I could get through that, there's nothing on this planet that's going to make me drink. Nothing. And I didn't. And after that, the guy that I was with, he was saying things like, oh, well, your birthday is going to be really hard. This is going to be so hard on us. And it's going to be hard on me. So you can go. Broke up with him. Didn't need him in my life anymore. Didn't need any of that. I have no idea what to do. And my dad was like, you need a task. That's what you need. So they were married for 37 years and 37 days. Jeez. She saw me get sober. She didn't see anything else I did. But she did because she's hanging out with me. So I went to grad school because when I was at Laurelwood, they fired me, the hospital I was at, for something stupid. But if they hadn't fired me, I would have been still working, and I still wouldn't have been around for my mom.
Right.
So the hindsight of things, like, I couldn't believe, I'm like, what do you mean I lost my job? And I'm going to drink over that. Like, nothing's going to make me drink. Like, after I got fired for something stupid, all the nurses at that hospital ended up writing my letters of recommendation for me to go to grad school. And then I get a phone call from the old charge nurse when I was on the kids unit. Do you want to come back work? The person that fired me ended up getting fired. And they're like, they fired you for something stupid. Do you want to come back? I'm like, y'all, you signed my letters. I'm going to grad school. They're like, oh, yeah, that's right. But the blessing was that I was like, well, what's an LPC? So it's a licensed professional counselor. And that lady that fired me was mean. She didn't get my name right ever. But she was like, you have to get your master's degree. Okay, then I will. And I did. And I went directly into grad school with, like, my first session in school. It's 2 weeks after my mom died. And I'm in grad school. And I'm still sober. And my sponsor at the time You know, she calls me on a Friday. What are you doing, Chrissie Mackey? And I'm like, my mom died. And when I say AA showed up, like I don't remember that day. I just remember they pulled up. They took me to the beach. There's beaches there. I spent the whole day. I don't remember what I did. All I know is I went to a meeting every single day. And I got picked up, dropped off. And I just going. And then I start grad school. And we're doing mock sessions. And they're like, so what brings you to grad school? I'm like, my mom died. And I'm saying this like as if I don't feel anything.
You almost have to. It's like
I have no idea. I'm just like, I have no idea what to say right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, I go into like this area and they're all crying. And I'm like, what'd I say? What'd I do? They're like, your mom died? I'm like, yeah. It sucks. Anyway, I gotta go. And so I would leave, and God, again, doing higher power stuff. I'm like, not talking to you because you took my mom away.
Yep.
And I call it the Cleveland State Bunny. There was just this bunny in the middle of the city that when I would park my car in the parking garage, there it was. And I was like, hi, Mom. I would just talk to my mom as if she's still there. And I don't care. And so if someone like would watch me like lose my absolute shit, I would yell at them. I'm like, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Like,
don't blame you.
I'm crying because there's orange pop that my mom would want that they came back with. I think it was Orange Crush. And I just lost my shit in a Walmart. And I'm just like, leave me alone. Let me grieve the way I want to.
It's hard.
It's so hard. And that's where that conversation. So I'm waitressing. And this lady wants to put on my ring.
Oh, it makes sense.
That my mom is the last person to wear this ring. And I literally would,
Now it makes sense.
Now it makes sense. Because I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I would get mad at people's hands. Like little old lady hands. Because I held my mom's hand. I would get mad if a mother and a daughter got to sit and eat together. I'd feel resentful. Just so resentful. But I still got my 2-year coin. I end up going to grad school. I end up going and working at the place where it's all fancy and hoity-toity. And I meet a guy that I'm just like, okay, I know my worth. This is what I want, and this is what we're doing. I want everything I want. This is what I want. And I end up, marrying that guy.
Wow.
That didn't end well. I'm not married now. But just because you get sober doesn't mean your life gets any...
No.
Life is lifing.
No.
I married him, and, I moved in, and his drinking was once in a blue moon, and then once I moved in, the blue moon was out all the time. And I just thought, that's what you do. You do that for someone you marry. Like, right? Because I didn't have anybody to tell me. My dad's not going to tell me these things. My dad is very like, good job, kid. Like,
right.
No,
yeah.
Like, my father is a very gentle, wonderful man, but like me, I'm his daughter.
Yeah.
Like I would go to my mom for this stuff. We ended up, we moved here in Columbus. Again, hindsight 2020. Here's my silver lining. I end up being here. The pandemic happened. I'm not working because I'm not working. I had missed my grad school.
I take it you're still waiting tables out here?
I couldn't even do that because at the time
prior to the pandemic.
So like we move here
during the pandemic.
I'm trying to take this test. It's an exit exam. It's my boards so that I can be a licensed therapist.
Okay.
I can't get my master's degree until I pass this test. I missed the test by 4 points. So I have to wait to retake it. Mm-hmm. And the scheduled date was March 17th, 2020, the day we had shut down. So I'm studying.
Holy shit, that fucking the exact day.
Yes. And it was so annoying. So I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting to take this test again. We have a brand new house. I have my stepson here who is 11, 12 years old. He's cooped up with me. We're fighting, because he's a teenager. I'm insane because it's just, he doesn't know that my ex-husband is still, he's drinking. He's drinking all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Sorry, I got emotional just
I know. I
listening
saw.
to you talk. What happened with the ex? Like,
Which one?
The last
Which
one?
one?
The one you married. The one you married.
So there was a moment in the 2020 where he brought home. I hate bourbon. I am a Jameson girl. I'm a Irish whiskey girl. So he brings home this bourbon, and I'm like, for me, I know the world will not stop spinning just because I got sober. But for me, all you got to do is give me a heads up. Like, hey, I had a beer. Cool. I don't care. Like, I don't want it. But if you surprise me with it and I smell it on you because I'm a bloodhound, now I want it. And here he comes with this very fancy bourbon, and he's drinking it in a glass. And I'm cleaning up, and I smell it, and it smells like Jameson. Like straight Jameson. And immediately my cravings are 15. Like, I want that.
Really?
I want that so bad. I have all of my friends that were in recovery with me. They're all on TikTok, and they're all drinking. Every single one of them have gone back out because they were they were all heroin addicts.
Okay.
So they were like, I don't have to worry about drinking, so I can drink and party. And then I'm jealous because they're drinking. I want to drink. And no one will know.
Yep.
So here comes this little party goblin that's like, no one will know. You moved. No one will know.
Yeah.
So I go, I'm like chain smoking at this point, and he had never seen me this bad. And he dumps the whole thing and gets rid of it. And I go on Zoom because there's no meetings.
Yeah. Yeah. Go get on Zoom.
I go and get
yeah.
on Zoom, and I'm like, help. And out of all the meetings in the whole world, because it's an international meeting thing, this person was like, call me now. And their area code was 216. That's Cleveland. She was where I'm from. And her nickname is Moof. And she is my only other friend. Moof. And I call her, and I start making fun of myself because I wanted all this stuff. And I feel better, and I don't do it. But that was going into 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens.
That's good time too.
That is the worst time. I don't know how much time do you have?
I just had 9.
What happened in your 4th to 5th year?
I lost my mother to an overdose. So that was not a great time. But I understood it. That's
right.
That's what was different from the cancer with my dad.
Yeah.
With my mom, I understood why she passed because I know the disease so well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. You can put that like on the shelf.
So it's
over
like,
there.
yeah, like, and she didn't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that,
Yeah.
and so it was easier. Mm-hmm. The cancer was just like,
no, that's not fair.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
after what he's just been through.
Right.
With me, because I got high with my mom,
mm-hmm.
and then I got locked up, and then my mom started to get high with my sister.
Right.
And my dad is just enduring this entire fucking thing. And then when he got cancer, I was like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, are you for real right now?
Yeah.
Like, I go and get sober, and then my mom gets cancer.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't see any of the things that I do. Like, all the stuff that I end up doing with my life. But here I go, and, you know, I'm in this pandemic, and it's the 4 to 5 year. And I don't know what it is, but no one makes it to 5. Something happens in your 4th year, because I'll have 10 years in November. I don't see a lot of people. And if you ask them what happened your 4 to 5th year, they either go, oh my God, like crap happens. And I don't know if it's because you just stop going to meetings or you just stop doing what works for you. But an old timer said to me, they're like, mind the gap, watch the gap. Because there's like this gap that happens. People don't make these milestones. So here I am in this pandemic, and I'm 4 to 5 year, and, you know, I make it through it. I get to my 5th year. I'm working at, I finally passed my test. So now I'm a therapist at a mental health hospital doing inpatient,
big time
crazy,
stuff.
Love it, running a unit. But it was so hard because I'm watching people not get better because now fentanyl is being introduced.
Yep.
And here comes, like, so my favorite.
You remember when people started saying their drug of choice was fentanyl?
Yeah.
And
I'm
being
like,
what the fuck?
What is that? I'm like, what do you mean? And, like, my favorite people are my bipolar meth addicts. Hilarious. They're hilarious, and I love them. They're so angry. They throw things at me. They yell. They ask me,
They're
like, can I bring my cow here?
Jittery and shit.
They're like, oh, my God, I left my cow outside. Is that okay? I'm like, absolutely. Whatever you want, bro. Like, let's go. Like, I understand you. And so I ran this unit, like, do not be mean to them at all. They are human beings. And I'll get you kicked out of my unit if you treat them like crap. Like, I don't care if you throw things at me. You're high. You're going to call me all kinds of shit. I don't care.
Right.
You're going to snap out of it. And then you're like, oh, my God. What do you mean I said a cow? I'm like, did you mean car? They're like, yeah. You said cow. And I got really excited. And they get so embarrassed and full of shame. I'm like, are we going to treatment or not? Like, what are we doing? And I just, because of the way mental hospitals are, you get 3 days, maybe 5, for me to work my magic. That's it. And then I would get my heroin people, and they would just be sad the whole time. But I had the best group participation at that hospital because I knew how to make them go to group. I would knock on their door. I'm like, I'm going to eat your cigarettes if you do not come in.
That'll do it.
And they're like, what about my cigarettes? I'm like, you won't go on stop. I can't.
Yeah.
Listen, they didn't know that I can't deny them to go outside. I just threatened it because I'm manipulative, because I'm one of you. And I would go into the rooms, and sometimes
lived experience is the best in
oh my
those
God,
situations.
it's so much fun because, like, the joke is now it's Miss Chrissie, you know, when Miss Chrissie don't play. And it's not Mackey.
That's so funny.
It's Miss Chrissie.
When I worked at CVCF, I was Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, Mr. Lewis and Miss Chrissie running shit. And the joke is like, she's going to find out. Don't lie to her because I'm going to know. And I always know because I'm one of you. We are a hot commodity. So everybody wants to, you know, they get sober. They're like, I want to be a CDCA. Oh my God, I want to be like you. I'm like, no, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't. This is hard. This is hard. You have to do certain things.
Yeah. Takes a certain person with thick skin.
Yes.
And, yeah.
And I'm mean. And everybody's, Miss Chrissie's so mean. I'm like, oh my God. It's because you don't like what I have to say.
Yep.
You don't like what I have to say.
Yep.
But I would get them to group. They would come into group. And then I got the opportunity to work an outpatient. You know, I'm working outpatient is more like they live in the community and they come in.
Yep.
I had some really awesome success stories. They would get me, I am a child at heart. They would get me toys. One of them is a no button, and it just says no. So
like the Staples yes button.
I have that was easy, right?
That
was easy.
Yeah.
I have that button for, oh my God, I'm going to call my ex and we're going to get back together. That was easy. There's your relapse. Like, do you not understand, like, you're codependent as hell? Like, if you want everything to change, you have to change. Everything has to change.
Yep.
And then here's my no button. And they're like, well, what if I just, no. What if, no. And I actually got one of my guys to get upstairs because he was, like, having, like, twitches from his withdrawals from alcohol. He's like, well, I'm just going to go home. I'm like, no. And he's like, fine, I'll go upstairs. I'm like, yes, you know, and we're get him detoxed. Then he came downstairs. His sobriety day is St. Patty's Day.
Really?
He's still doing great. He's
good.
awesome. He's like the weirdest person I've ever met. And I can't wait to show him this and be like, yay, he's so strange. It's the funniest person I've ever met. But during all this, you know, I'm figuring out, like, I'm doing modalities of, like, codependency. I learn Facing Love Addiction by Pia Melody. I have that book, and I have given away that book 18,000 times to our people because we are love addicts. Yeah. We are addicted. That's our next addiction is if I can't have my drug, I'm going to be addicted. Yes, I'm going to be addicted to a person. Yes. Either that or I'm going to be avoidant. I'm going to be so in love with you, I'm going to suffocate you, or I'm going to just, like, push you away.
Bounce around maybe a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, whoa, this is too much. I'm going to go over here where I have Hoe Island and go pick up another person, and then they're going to suffocate me, and I'm going to go to the next person.
Yep. Guilty.
Because either I'm, like, so obsessed with you that I'm never going to let you go, or you can be both. And so I'm teaching that. And then I'm doing this codependency group. You know, I've been working at the same place for 3 years. I work at a place called Hope for Tomorrow. Okay. It's in Columbus, and I've been working there for 3 years. And the girls, it's a girl program, then it's a guy program. And the girls just, they saved my life. Like, I'm married, and the girls I'm teaching them codependency. I'm a rock star. I'm Miss Chrissie. I got all this toys and shit in my office. I'm teaching them stuff that they love. And then they asked me, they're like, Miss Chrissie, does your husband respect your sobriety? And I said, yes. And I lied. And I don't lie. And so I ended up leaving. You know, he didn't respect my sobriety. That was it. My bar was so low that it was on the floor. And I'm like, it's either I drink with you and stay married, Jesus. Or I get a divorce. And I chose my sobriety.
Yeah.
My sobriety has to come first.
Has to.
It has to. Otherwise, I'm going to die. I'm going to end up, so we do an exercise where it's a bunch of us. We're all sitting around. It's like, I'm going on a campfire, or I'm going on a camping trip, and I'm going to bring a sleeping bag, and you have to like repeat what everybody says. But instead it's like, I'm going on a bender, and they have to tell me exactly. I mean, we go feral. Like, it ends up being the funnest.
That sounds fun.
It is so fun. It's like, I'm going on a bender, and I'm going on a relapse, and I'm going to run over a hooker with my car. And so they have to say what I'm saying, and then you would say, I'm going on a relapse, and what? What are you bringing?
What am I going to bring?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm going to bring a ton of heroin.
All right.
And a lot of crack cocaine.
Great. So as it keeps going, you've just now played your tape all the way through of exactly what's going to happen to you. And for me, I'm going to end up going hard in the paint. Like, I ain't getting this time back. My ego won't let me. I got lots of relapses in me. I got one more relapse in me. I don't have any more recoveries. I'm done. Like, I know if I go back out, I'm going to die.
It's over.
I'm going to end up going, I'm going to drink, and then I'm going to do a line of cocaine because screw it, I haven't done it in so long. And it's going to have fentanyl in it. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like, point blank, period. Like, heroin is...
No, the streets today are
my God.
So much different than they were. I thank God I quit when I did.
You'd be dead.
I'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
For
heroin
sure.
Was in Cleveland.
It was actually heroin.
Heroin was heroin.
Yeah.
And it was, you do heroin, it's Russian roulette. You do fentanyl, it's a loaded gun.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And like, I tell my clients, I'm like, listen, if you tell me that you trust your dealer, I get to hit you. Like, I won't play.
You trust your dealer?
Yes.
Who the fuck
like,
trusts
I know
their dealer?
my dealer, like, cleans the scale. No, they don't.
Cleans the scale?
No, they don't. There's fentanyl in your scale.
Is this based on a true
yes,
story?
These are all the things I have heard. I have the
insane.
best stories. I have the best stories. I'm like, what? That's the dumbest. No. What? No. Like, there's fentanyl on that scale. You're going to die. You're going to die. You get yourself a nice suit now. And they're like, yeah. You're so mean. I'm like, your suit is to lead, to go to a funeral, or to be buried. That's it.
Yep.
And I am tired of going to funerals. I don't go anymore. I just don't.
It sucks.
But during that time frame of working with the girls, I come in, I left it all. I didn't care. I have a little apartment. I got 2 cats. They came from a garbage bin. I adopted them, and I do whatever the fuck I want. Right? And it's like, this is my sobriety. This is my life. Yeah. And I didn't realize how codependent I was. And I didn't realize, like, oh my God, I don't even know who I am, because I've always been in a relationship. So we're working on 10 years now, and these girls and these guys are teaching me stuff that I'm like, I didn't even know that. Yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah. Like, I didn't know that about me.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. And it doesn't stop. You don't like, oh, I know enough.
Well, that's because we're humans.
Yeah.
Like,
I've learned enough. I'm good.
But we're also human beings. And that's
right.
I love the progress, not perfection. It's my favorite, because we're fucking human beings. I'm never going to be perfect.
Right.
Ever. In my life.
My defects have character.
Don't fucking tell me that your life is perfect and you never get... I remember one time I was sitting... Oh, my God. This guy made me so mad. He's like, I don't get angry anymore. I was like, give me a fucking break. You don't get angry anymore. You've been on the phone with Spectrum for 7 hours with customer service trying to get your fucking internet fixed.
Have you done that?
Yeah, have you done that? You tried that? Because that'll piss you the fuck off.
And it's just, it's wild that people are like, I've never, ever, so I've been doing this since I got sober in the hospitals. I have never met anybody that's just an addict. You have trauma.
Yeah.
You have depression. You have anger issues. You can't just put this shit down and expect your life to be rainbows and butterflies. Like, you have to work on your shit. And if you don't,
there's a lot of it.
Then you're miserable. Like, I don't need to do my steps. All steps are, like, there is a million and one ways. My way is AA. I will sell that.
Yeah.
I am not doing anything with it's my anonymity.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to sell it like a shoe sale. You get more of these tabloids about us. Like, where are sober people? Like Robert Downey Jr. What about Eminem? Do you know who his sponsor is? Elton John. Like, we don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah, I forgot I just saw that.
Yeah.
I just saw that Elton John. Yeah.
Like, I want to meet you all. Like, come hang out with me. Like, and, like, we have to sell it. Like, I got sober this way. But what is it? It's shadow work. What is it? It's going to therapy. Like, you got 1 out of 10 chances if you just go to meetings. You got another 1 out of 10 if you're doing medical assisted treatment, you're taking your meds. Your meds are matting.
Right.
Then you got another one if you go to therapy. You combine that, you got 3 out of 10. That's 33% success rate. And here I am. I couldn't afford to go to any kind of treatment. Like, I made $50 too much, so I couldn't go, which is dumb.
So
like, I didn't get Medicare or Medicaid or whatever, and Obamacare, that was $1 billion back then. So I went to meetings, 90 meetings in 90 days. Well, I did more than that. I was like, how many meetings can I go to in 90 days? The answer is 180. Went to 2 a day.
You can get more than that if you want.
I did. On Saturday, I would go to the beginner's meeting, the after meeting, the after meeting, and then this meeting. There was 5, but that was at midnight, and I almost got hit by a drunk driver. I'm not going out that way as a sober woman. No.
That was a sketchy one.
That was sketchy. But, like, at least you would get people, if they're going into the meetings and they're drunk, they know where to be.
Yeah.
Like, don't judge them.
No.
Like, why are we judging people? So you're so cool. You got 30 days sober. Good for you, bro. But don't forget where you came from.
Right.
Like, I don't care that I have.
I love that.
I don't care.
I love that.
That I have almost 10 years. I don't care. It's cool. Yay, clap for me, but don't, because I'll relapse and die. But, like,
that's how it happens.
Like,
You hear the stories all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Terrifying.
Like, you have 25 years and you go pick up and you're dead.
Yep.
Like, I'm good, but I have 1 day at a time. Like, all of my people. I am no different than you. I could leave this interview and go get drunk right now.
Yep.
I have one 24-hour, and that's my favorite coin. I don't care how people do it. Like, I would rather you smoke cigarettes than smoke meth. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't go back to what you're doing.
With you.
But I have never seen somebody that goes from heroin to drinking like a social person. It doesn't happen. I've lost 5 people because they died that way. Because they always go back to their drug of choice. Yep. And now the drugs of choice, you can't even get heroin.
No.
It's all fetty. It's in everything.
Disaster zone in the streets right now.
Like, go ahead, smoke all your pot, but guess what? You're going to do it alcoholically. You're going to
Yeah, and then it's not going to be enough.
No. And I know for me, like, I can't just be like, cool. Like, I'm all for it. Make it legal. Make marijuana legal. Tax the shit out of it. Give it to the people. Make homeless shelters. Do safe zones.
Right.
That's how we do this. That's what they're doing in Colorado. Awesome. Let's get more people into therapy and talk about their trauma, because that's where it comes from. Like, you don't just pick up one day because you feel like it. Like, it was fun, and then it stopped being fun. And it's just maddening with the stigma. Like, you're a junkie, you're a lowlife, you're nobody.
Dude,
and
the word geek, I will fucking punch you right in your fucking face.
Right.
That to me, that's like a slur.
Right.
Like if you call me a geek.
And I'm like, I get it. The world is not going to stop. I get mad at, like, these billboards, or, like, they're like, oh my God, they're having so much fun. I'm like, fuck you. You're not having any fun. You know what? I want a beer too. Like, I would love to just go, you know what? I would love this to go over here. Let me get ripped. and let me pick it back up again. But don't work that way. I can't do anything. Like I have 7 different beverages at all times. I have 2 cats, for crying out loud. I have at one point in my life 7 ferrets. You tell me I'm not an alcoholic.
You had what?
7 ferrets. That's a business. It's 7.
Were you selling them?
No, they were just a comfort. And once you get one, I have to have more. Whatever it is, I need more. I need more, and I want more, and I want more of it. Like, I love my brain. I love the way my brain works.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to embrace the fact that my name is Chrissie. I'm an alcoholic. I am not an alcoholic named Chrissie. That drives, and my problem is Chrissie. No, it's not.
Oh, my God.
No, it's not. So there is a wonderful, awful, makes you want to die book, and it is Adult Chair. And that is with Michelle Chalifant, and she is amazing. But she talks about like the different parts of who you are. And so I took that as, here's alcoholic Chrissie. Her name is Chris, and she's chain smoking. So sometimes she talks.
Okay.
It's like, fuck this shit. When do we drink? We're not drinking. And I will talk as if it's there. There's codependent Chrissie. She's reading Emily Bronte in the corner, wondering when her princess, shut up, we're not dating anybody, go away. There are all these parts of who I am. There's anxious Chrissie. There's depression Chrissie. There's ADHD Chrissie. She's a riot, and she's covered in glitter, hanging out with my inner child. And then there's Shadow, which is a bitch, and she likes to have an inner critic voice and has a British accent. Like, those are all of who I am. And I wouldn't be this person if I wasn't an addict. And I love that part of me. I love my messy parts because it made me this person.
I'm going to ask you because you are fucking amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you have a great answer for the question, but anybody who's out there still sick and suffering or in a place where they want to quit but they don't know how, what would you say to that person?
Just go to a meeting. Just try. I don't even care if it's a cult, sign me up. I want Kool-Aid. I don't care. Like, you're going to be welcomed. And if you ever went before, I wish that there were more people that would just come back. They're dead now. I wish that they would have just sat with me. I will never understand that. Like, my early sobriety was they lost somebody, and they're like, I want to get high. And I'm like, why? They died. Like, what are we going to do? Boo you? All I care about is you came back. Like, and if somebody in that program would be like, well, that's them, and they're a piece of shit. Come sit next to me. Come find the people that will love you and just start asking for help. It's the bravest thing you'll ever say. It's the bravest thing I've ever said was, I need help. I don't know what to do. For once in my fucking life, I just let go. I was just like, I can't do this. I will eat ashtrays. I don't care. I
love it.
Just go. Like, what do you got to lose?
You are officially the first person to make me tear up during a podcast.
Yes, I love making people cry.
Thank you so much for coming out. That
welcome.
was fucking incredible. I don't really know what else to say other than that.
Well, thank you for having me. I want more people to talk about their sobriety. Alcoholics Anonymous is about other people. I am an AA member. I am very proud of that.
You're bold, man.
I don't give a shit.
It's
bold. I'm not being like, hey, over there.
I know.
There's a documentary talks about, we're the anonymous people.
That's you.
That's me. I went there. It saved my life. Yep. It begins in the A's of the phone book. Go. Just go. Like, I'm not sponsored by it. No one's telling me anything, and I'm not breaking anybody else's anonymity. No. It's my anonymity.
You're exactly right.
Anonymity. Got to say it like that. Because I'm going to be like,
anonymity.
I know. I always sound like I have a stroke when I say it. Like, anonymity.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. That's it.